Every day, AI is getting better and better. And as a designer, I feel like the bridge to go from design to actually building and shipping something is getting much, much shorter by the day. And when you build something, every single builder hits the same wall. You ship your product, you start getting users, you manage payments with Stripe, you manage your users with something like Airtable or a spreadsheet, or maybe even just your inbox. So with a tool called Remy, I actually built out a CRM made specifically for builders to manage their users, contains user lists, activity feeds, revenues, customer profiles, has a real authentication, real database, real dashboard, and it's deployed live. And in today's video, I'm going to be going through that entire process of how to build it from scratch. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started. But before we get started with today's video, I'd love to invite you guys to my community, the Creator Network. We get together every single weekday to talk about different tools and topics. So if you guys are interested in joining those conversations, link is down below. All right, and it all starts here in MindStudio.ai. I'll add the link in the description below, but you want to go to Remy, which is a entirely new tool that they have. And when you're in this tab, you want to go ahead and click on New App. And it takes us to this really interesting view where we have like a feed of different things that we can start off with. So we have like games, marketplace, music, nonprofit, journal, fitness. And these are like essentially templates that we can use. So for example, we have CRM. I can click on CRM. And before it starts building anything, it's going to start a conversation basically. And it's going to ask several questions. First question obviously is like, what type of persona I'm building this for. So we have like for wedding planners, freelance photographers, a personal CRM. Then we would just want to click on, I have a different idea for a CRM. So it says, love it. What's the idea? Who's it for? Who are they tracking? What's the thing that makes it theirs? So we can say it's a CRM for app builders to manage their app's users. Core flows are import users, track activity, segment by plan, flag churn risk, etc., etc. And why is that app why is that thing what's the thing that makes it theirs? I wrote it's ultra personalized in terms of layouts and external connectors. And we can submit this. And now what Remy is doing is that it's going to ask me additional questions so that it can use those answers to define a spec to build. So who specifically is this built for? I'm actually going to choose solo indie hacker. When they open the app in the morning, what should they see first? I'm going to choose activity feed. For where should AI do the heavy lifting? I'm probably going to use something like summarize each user and suggest segments. That might be interesting. And over here, we can do like CSV import. I think that's the easiest thing that we can do. And for the visual vibe, I personally like Notion. So let's choose that. For the name, we can call it Founder Pal. And now it got those answers. So it's gathering the requirements for the CRM. And it gives me this implementation plan that it's going to use to build. So Founder Pal, we have a summary, the core experience, what the MVP includes, AI magic, visual direction, what's not an MVP, next steps. And we can go ahead and either start building or we can just keep on, iterating on this doc. And while we wait for this to generate, it's pretty interesting to see the structure of Remy, how things work. So we have this agents tab over here, and we can see that we have this consult design agent that's working on different things. So we have generate image, and it's generating different images. As you can see, it has like a prompt. And once our app is generated, we get a presentation. We have our new logo over here, generated by the AI. We have Founder Pal. Your users are not rows in a spreadsheet. So I can click on next over here, and we have the first slide. So it kind of looks like a pitch deck. So the problem, and then eventually we have like slides like your shape or the vision. And in the editor, we have our preview of our app. I can see over here that it's using mock data, and we have like one feed of different users. So Valentina Russo came back after 22 quiet days. This one upgraded to Pro mid-trial. Over here on the left side, we have those segments that we were talking about earlier. And then on the right, we have kind of like more of like an overview panel that shows how many people signed up today, how many upgrades today, and in total, how many people using our app. And we can go ahead over here and look at the agents. So you can see all of the different agents that it ran to build this app. And so for example, we have a product roadmap agent that created a markdown file about the specific MVP that it built. And when we go over here to spec, we have a few categories that we can review. So you have the pitch deck like we saw earlier, or we have the roadmap. And the roadmap is pretty interesting because you have different lanes of how the agents thought. And so for example, you have this intelligence layer, and it gives you like next steps on what to build or what else to implement. So for example, we have this watch list. We can click on it, and it goes more into detail and explains why it suggests a specific feature. So for example, churn rarely announces itself. A customer goes a little quiet, then quieter, then one day they're gone. The watch list catches them in that middle space. And apart from that, we also get an overview spec that shows who this app is for, talks about the authentication, core concepts, the customer base, events, segments, customer flags, so it can get very nitty gritty with the technical details. And then we have the brand color. So for example, this one, and you can easily like edit these. So you can click on this button up here and kind of like edit the color to whatever you want. Then we have the typography, we have visual identity, voice and terminology, and at the end, the different interfaces. And over here under code, we have the different folders and files that have been generated for our project. We also have the databases over here right now. It's kind of using like a facade or, sample data for this specific project. But eventually the goal is to actually like upload my own CSV and get that data into my app. And when we preview the app, we get something like this. Let's get you set up. How would you like to connect your users? We can either use sample data or CSV. So I'm going to go ahead and click this. And then what we get is the following. We have my 100 different users that I generated with ChatGPT and basically added here as a CSV. You can see that we have pro, we have free, we have trial, we have churned. I can click on one of the pro users, so Francis Hill, and generate a one-line summary that will appear once you generate. So let's click on generate. It says fresh pro subscriber that just arrived today. We can take some notes about this, say that this is like a designer at Uber, right? But I would like to manually create my segments because I know that over here I can say discover segments and it'll generate those segments for me by reading the different users and all of that. But I want to manually update those segments by going over here in one of the profile pages and clicking on like add to segment or create segment. And something very interesting here is that once you're back in the editor, what you can do is you can select one of these users, right? Let's select Omar, and I can go over here to add notes and I can select an area where I want to do this. I can select the top right over here and say something like, give me the ability to manually add users to a segment. And then we can send this to the agent. And once it implements that change, we can say, open Valentina Russo and walk me through adding her to a segment. So it not only implements the changes, but it also helps you with a guided walkthrough on how to actually use the change that it applied to the app. And so perfect, it said that everything worked end to end. And here's a quick recap of what we saw. And so it tested that for us and we can go ahead and test it ourselves. So we can click on a new segment. We can create a new segment if we wanted to. And then we can go ahead and sync this. All right, and we can now click on publish. And when we do that, it deploys it to a new URL that we can test out. And now we can finally add segments. So I can add Bruce to a new segment. I can create a new segment. We can call this, for example, the free group. Everyone here is in the free plan. And then I can just go back. You see that one person is already added here. And Mira is also in this free group. So let's go ahead and choose this. She's there as well. And last but not least, we can also ask Remy to help us draft a launch for an X post. So let's do that. So it gives us a few options of what to choose. So it's pretty cool because it understands what exactly we're building and it, has this agent, the specific agent that does this for us. And then we can go ahead and say, like, let's skip this launch post for now. What's the strongest next roadmap item? And then we can go back into the roadmap and we can see that a bunch of different things have been added. And again, we can select one of them and click on build now if we wanted to just continue on that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Again, you can find the link to Remy down in the description below. You can use the code Lucas for some credits. And if you're building something with this, please feel free to share it with me down in the comments below. And again, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.